Hey guys, this video is not going to be too long because I'm freaking exhausted. According to my buddy at work, the coronavirus has spread to Wichita, Kansas, which means Wichita is supposedly quarantined. I haven't seen anything about it, but then again, I haven't done any research. I've been too busy trying to get some sleep. You know, with everything going on, we went and got Jeff Dunham tickets, and now he's, postponed it, which I completely agree with. He's a good comedian. He doesn't need to get sick. But, just exhausting, man. But, yeah, I don't even know what the hell I was going to say about this video. Just, the whole greed about all this bullshit, talking about San Diego, San Francisco, parts of New York. These places are to where you can only leave home if you're going to go get, toiletries or, B&Es. Sorry, basic essentials. But, yeah, it's... Apparently there's also been a confirmed case here in Dodge. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. I do keep an eye on the newspaper. I don't listen to the news because the news is crap anyway. If you listen to the news, you're going to be a paranoid ding-dong, like most people who buy 15 fucking pounds of toilet paper and sanitizer. But, yeah, people just need to stop being so paranoid, if you will. And, like I said, a lot of people just, they just go straight for the news. And I've come to realize, or notice rather, that anytime something really bad happens, it usually happens either immediately before or immediately after something really fucked up happens in the government. Like when 9/11 happened. I was young, but I remember this. When 9/11 happened, about a week or two before, the American government misplaced like $50 billion. And the next week after, the next couple days after, Trade Towers get hit, Pentagon gets hit. By the way, the Pentagon was not hit by a plane. No matter what anybody says, it was not hit by a fucking plane. That if it was, it would have been a glider. It wouldn't have been an actual plane. It was way too small. The hole was anyway. Granted, I'm not taking anything away from the people who died in 9/11, but I just find it funny how that's going on. Like, I find it funny when you always know when something bad is about to happen in the government because either a celebrity goes batshit crazy like Britney Spears shaving her head, another celebrity, which is going to piss off a lot of people, hires a person to drive his helicopter who had 6 flights and 5 of them did not end so well. Apparently they needed the 7th because it killed Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter and a bunch of their friends. Now, call me a dick or not, I'm not much into celebrities anyway, Like, it's like I was telling my buddy at work. When Prince died, it sucked because that means really good music's going to go out the window. But I didn't tear up. And I was, he's just another dude. He was very talented, but he's just another dude. Just like when Michael Jackson was murdered, he was fucking murdered. Fuck you guys if you think, oh, he did it peacefully. He was fucking murdered. When Robin Williams died, same with lead singer Linkin Park. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I've had like 3 hours of sleep. So Chester Bennington, that's his name. It comes to me. It's just I'm tired. But when Chester died, yeah, it sucked because Linkin Park was one of my favorite bands. But again, I didn't tear up about it. It's like people die every day. If you cried for every person who died, you'd always be with tears in your eyes. You'd be inconsolable, shaking all the time. Your eyes would be so red that you wouldn't have any tears left after the first hour. We started talking about the MTV Awards, and we were talking about that. I don't know her fucking name. I talked about her once before, but honestly, I don't think she can sing worth a damn. I don't like her music, and it's not because I'm a hateful son of a bitch. I just don't. I don't like the music whatsoever. I don't really like her. Her personality kind of sucks. I don't like any of it. Call me a hater, call me whatever the hell you want to. You're going to anyway. Make your own decisions. I don't care. But I remember when the MTV Awards were actually entertaining to watch, and they were. But for the last, I'd say at least 8 years, they've been miserable to watch. And same with the VMAs, or that's video music. Whatever the hell the movie one is, the Oscars, I think it is, or whatever. They used to be nice to watch. Like, I used to sit there and watch them all the time when they come on. Now I can't stand it because of all the political bullshit that goes along with it. Like, great example, this last year, they hired a woman to go up there and literally bash every white person there, saying you're not woke enough. Whatever, bitch. Okay, it's Hollywood for one. Obviously, Hollywood's not racist because you're there. You make movies. So it can't be racist and it can't be sexist. I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of prejudice going on. I mean, the Hollywood casting couch is notorious for being very sexual oriented, if you will. But again, you have a choice. You don't have to do it. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to sit there and put a gun to your head. And even if they did, you'd still have a choice. It's either you do it or you die. I mean, it depends on how much respect you have for yourself is. The whole Me Too movement. I was, like I said in my last videos, shit happened to me when I was a kid. I'm not part of the Me Too movement because, like I said, I just see it as victimhood. Everybody's playing victim to try to get more famous. Everybody's trying to play victim to play more hatred. Just fucking stop, guys. And like I said, this coronavirus crap, there are people out there that have been diagnosed with it. I'm trying to figure out how they diagnosed people in Wichita because from what I've been trying to research, which it's kind of funny how it's all hush hush right now. But from what I've been trying to find out is it's really hard to get the test, to get the test to see. A lot of the hospitals don't have it. So, how are these people proving positive for this stuff if the test is far in between? Like, if they really wanted people to calm the fuck down, which I'm pretty sure they do, they would tell you where you can go get tested and exactly what the symptoms are so you know if you have it. If you have a brain in betwixt your ears, and I love saying that phrase, if you have a brain betwixt your ears, then you look at the symptoms. Look at them logically. Don't sit there and say, oh, I got a sniffle. I got it. No. If you have a stomach ache, like I said, it's not the virus. If you have the shits, it's not the virus. Okay? That's why it's like, okay, the coronavirus is a respiratory problem. Why is everybody on the planet buying toilet paper? Why is everybody buying out toilet paper like it's fucking crack? I mean, hand sanitizer, like I said, I agree with. Wash your hands. That'd be a good thing. Stay away from large crowds. Another good thing. At least for the time being. I mean, hell, the NFL's quit it. The WWE doesn't even have any people out anymore. Like I said, a lot of people have either canceled or postponed their concerts or stand-up comedy routines. Like, I agree with it, whatever, Stay safe, I heard about the quarantines in, like I said, California, New York, to where you can only go outside if you need to go get toiletries or groceries. But they're not quarantining you to where you can't go anywhere. They're making it to where there's not a big, huge crowd. And people are just jumping and jumping and jumping. And, you know, like I said, I find it funny. The stock market crashes, and now less than a week later, everybody gets infected with this shit. And it started in China, okay? It is a foreign disease. Anybody who sits there and says it's not a foreign disease he's just a moron. He or she is just an idiot. Bernie Sanders is a moron, okay? All the other Democrats that think it's not a foreign virus is a moron. You know, we got Ebola from Africa. We still call it Ebola. We don't call it a different disease just because it came from a different place. No, it's called Ebola. We got it from Africa. You know, this is the coronavirus, which is what we call it. You know, but again, it came from China. We're not being racist about it. It came from fucking China. Hell, SARS came from China. Nobody was bitching about that. Granted, I was very young when that happened, but still, came from China. You know, swine flu was supposed to wipe out like a third of the planet or some shit. Didn't even take out a percentage. You know, most of the people who got it were healed. It's funny how every time a virus pops up, the economy tanks. And, you know, when Trump got in office, the economy skyrocketed. The economy was phenomenal. Better than it has been in the last 50 years. And then the economy starts to tank, and we get a disease. You know, they just threw $1.5 trillion at it. Nobody bats an eyelash. You know, I actually got to talk to my father today. It was actually a lot of fun. And I'm not exaggerating. It was actually a lot of fun. You know, we don't really get to talk a lot because he's always working or I'm always working. But anyway, I was talking to him today, and he was saying in the 80s that the government misplaced like billions of dollars for hammers and toilet seats for the military. And I'm like, were they made out of gold? I mean, what the hell? You know, and this happens all the time, man. You know, they always mysteriously misplace stuff for like military funding or some government bailout. You know, they're like, oh, we got to bail out the banks. Here's a better one. Don't bail out the banks. Because the banks are the ones who run the country. They're the reason why this country is shit. You know, the banks and the oil and gas companies. Take it away from them. And, you know, they actually made a car in the 60s that can run off of literally water. What happened? Guy mysteriously vanished. All the plans are gone. Seems kind of fishy, doesn't it? They have cars that run off of oil, like, you know, and I don't mean like the crude oil, I mean cooking oil. You know, you can go to McDonald's, get a big vat of their cooking oil, put it in your tank, and you can fly with the thing. They're not going to sell it because they're not going to make any money. You know, we have more electric cars, but the electric cars are more dangerous to drive than the gasoline cars. You know, like I said, I do research on it because, you know, I was thinking about getting a fully automated or a fully electric car. And the safety ratings on these things are terrible. And I mean, I admit, you know, the safety ratings are made by the dealerships. They're made by the oil and gas companies. Of course, they're gonna shit them down low because then they can't make any money off of it. You know, just plug your car in and go to bed, get back up, your car's full of battery. You never have to once go to a gas station. I mean, I know it's a different plug-in than what you got in your house, but you get my point. But on greater news, Rob Gavigan came out with another video. And it's about some crazy freaking just crazy dude. You know, not Gavigan, the guy he was making the video of. And he kind of gives you the creeps, man. You know, I don't quite remember what the guy's name was because I watched it earlier this morning. And like I said, I'm dirt tired. I'm surprised I'm even doing this video right now. And I'm going to try to cut it down to about 25-30 minutes because I need some sleep. But, yeah, he was... Obviously, his house is completely trashed. You know, he, barely... The guy's vocal skills, his talking, is borderline psychotic. You know, he had he made up a song that was very, very racist. He seems to be a very racist person. Now, I don't know if he's just doing this to troll so he can get more views, or if he actually does believe that whites are superior. But the old man, like, again, not Gavigan, the guy that the video was made about, is like this. He's just fucking trash. And there was one that Gavigan did last week. It was the first one he did on his new channel. And it was about this dude, something man. I don't remember the first name. But he does all these bullshit scenarios of videos. And I mean, he gets a lot of views. Has a bunch of idiots subscribing to him. But all these just bullshit scenarios about couples, like men always abusing their wives, and, you know, men just being dicks, and then it always comes back being good at the end. You know, they're crap storylines. Like, oh, tearjerker, tear. No, dude, no. You know, if you really want people to know what it's really like, show something that would really fucking happen. Like, one of the videos that was on the first video that Gavigan did on his new channel was the dude, the Ivy Man or something man, whatever the hell his name is, was this guy was cheating on his wife. He said he wanted a divorce. She had two stipulations. One, he had to carry her to the bedroom every day for a week. You know, especially in front of his daughter. And I don't quite remember what the second one was. I don't remember. But anyway, in the end of the week, he breaks up with his mistress, goes back home, finds his now deceased wife finding out that she had cancer, and that for some reason she knew exactly what time she was going to die, leaving a note, making it all tear-jerky beautiful, whatever. Again, the guy is they're both guys that he has these videos of are lunatics. They're just straight up douchebag lunatics. And people play into these things constantly. And, you know, I see it all the time. You know, it's like what one of my favorite rappers, his name's Hopsin. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know who he is. He has a song about how, or if you rap about guns and drugs, that people listen, but if you rap about the real shit, nobody cares. And it's the same thing on videos. You know, a lot of people don't give a shit about what's really going on. They want to be blinded by some other bullshit. Some bullshit theory, or some bullshit history, or some bullshit flat earth, that they want to flip it around, and they want to get behind that because they're too damn scared to face the reality. I mean, that's all it is. People are afraid to face reality. Life sucks, dude. You know, don't throw yourself at everybody else. Try to make yourself happy. Yourself, the people you live, the people you love, make them happy. Stop trying to make somebody else happy who lives in fucking New York you're never going to meet. You know, everybody's like, oh, well, if you're a millionaire, you're trash. If you're white, you're trash. Again, like I say in every one of my videos, you think I'm trash because I'm white? I got that to say to you, okay? I don't care what color, what orientation you think you are, what sexual orientation you think you are. Just because I'm white does not mean I'm a dick. I mean, I can be a dick, you know, especially with, I have no filter. So if something is said and I can make something on it, I will. You know, it's like, every day I get off work, if my wife is working, I go see her at work as soon as I get off. Usually I bring her a drink, or I just go in there, you know, see how she's doing. You know, one of those, you know, sappy things where, you know, I want to see her before I go to bed. You know, it does help me sleep. Call me a prissy ass, whatever. I don't give a shit. I know what love is. Apparently, you do not. Anyway, I went in there today, and she was like, "You want a ding dong? How about a Twinkie?" And I was just like, fuck. And she's like, "What?" I was like, if I wasn't so exhausted, a fat joke would have just flew right the hell out of my mouth right there. And it just would have happened. For one, I don't like either of those. I don't like Twinkies. I don't like ding dongs. In fact, I really don't like a lot of the stereotypical fat candies people like. Like, everybody thinks that if you're a fat ass, you like ding dongs, you like Twinkies, or what are those little Debbie snacks or whatever the fuck. I really don't like any of them. I can live without sweets, to be honest. Yeah, every once in a while I'll have a Twix or a Snickers. Other than that, I really don't like sweets. Like I said, I'm just a lazy bastard. That's why I have a gullet down here, because I'm a lazy bastard. When I get off of work, I work a very physical job. When I get off work, I don't want to do anything. I want to take a shower, sit on my ass, play a video game, or watch a movie. If I have beer in the fridge, you're damn right I'm going to pop open a beer and I'm going to down that bottle. I'm not going to sit back and smoke weed. Because like I said, the weed of the day just makes you retarded. Like I said in one of my other videos, I have nothing against smoking weed, but if the weed you hit and this is all you get, and then you're fried for an hour and a half, like so fried you can't even put together a sentence, you're retarded. The stuff is so potent these days, it's scary. Like, I've seen some of the most intelligent people that I know smoke weed and they become retarded. Like, you have to help these guys get the fuck up kind of retarded. It's like seeing somebody getting so freaking trashed off of liquor, you got to carry him to the couch. That's how these guys are off of one hit of weed. And there's some people that actually go to work like this. How do you function? How do you have a job? Whatever you do at home is your business. But you shouldn't come to work stoned out of your mind or drunk as a skunk. Just don't do it. It's, for one, it makes you look like trash. And you think you're keeping it a secret, but everybody knows it. Especially if you work at a place where I do, where everybody's either a retired druggie, retired alcoholic, or is an alcoholic. We know. I've been around drugs all my life. I've been around alcohol all my life. I know a druggie or an alcoholic the moment I see him. No, it's just, when you're around it so long, you can just pinpoint the people. There's a guy that works where I work that, he comes in smelling like alcohol. He leaves smelling like vodka. And when he leaves, the first thing he does, he doesn't go home and see his wife because his wife left him. He goes to the store and buys a 6-pack of beer or a 24-pack of beer, and he downs that bitch that night. And I'm like, dude, why? I told one of my buddies, how's this? You quit drinking and smoking. And when I say smoking, I mean meth, not weed. You quit drinking and you quit smoking weed. I'll quit smoking tobacco. You always bitch to me, oh, well, tobacco's worse for you. Bitch, you're putting literal poison in your body. You're rolling a pizzle, lighting that fucker up, and then you're high for fucking 15 days. Bouncing off the walls, running like crazy. Getting all paranoid and shit. It's like, dude, open your eyes, man. He's like, well, I drink to counteract it. I was like, but they activate two different sides of the brain, man. You're literally doing two really bad things. Don't get me wrong, I like to drink, but not excessively like that. Once a year maybe, St. Patty's Day or my birthday, sure, I'll get trashed. But every fucking night, man, and you wonder why you think your life is miserable, you're making your life miserable. And it's what I tell countless people. You make your life miserable. Your life is what you make it. It's like nobody else can control what you do in your life. It is you who has to control it. And the moment you can control your life, the better your life will be, depending on what you choose to do with it. If you have a math degree and you're like extremely good at math, and the one thing you want to do is you want to cook meth and sell it out of your back door because you make a quick buck out of it, you're retarded. If you have all the capabilities, you're extremely intelligent, like you got valedictorian in school and you want to go to school for lesbian dance theory, you're fucking retarded. You know, I honestly, there's a lot of college classes out there that I do not believe you should be able to get a degree in. To be honest, sociology is one of them. You know, the study of talking to people. You know, the dynamics of speech. It's basically what it is. At least that's what I've gathered of it. That's not something you should be able to get a mastery degree in. You know, psychology, I could see it because there's a lot of stuff in psychology that can actually help you. You know, sociology is literally the study of social groups. That's all it is. And again, it's defining people by group. It's called what is that? Fuck, I'm so tired, I can't even remember the name of it. I had it at the tip of my tongue, too. It's a group identity. Instead of you being judged by what you do, you're being judged by the group of which they put you in. Like, since I'm classified as a redneck, because I was raised in Texas, born in Oklahoma, I'm instantly classified as a racist, bigoted homophobe. Just because of the group that I'm supposedly belong to. I don't get group politics. It's all bad for you. You know, instead of trying to put me into a group of people that I do not get along with most of the time. I mean, yeah, I can get along with just about anybody. But I don't share the ideology of these morons. You know, yeah, I can talk like a redneck. You know, sometimes you can hear my southern drawl in my voice, especially when I'm tired. But, or when I'm drunk. But doesn't mean that I identify as a racist, bigoted homophobe. You know, and I'm not. I'm not a racist, bigoted homophobe. I mean, I tell you guys this in every video. And I'm not extremely religious, which is very surprising to people being from where I'm from and how I was raised. I'm extremely anti-religion, basically. And my father told me to be careful, but, you know, if they're going to come after me, come after me. I don't give a shit. You know, that's why I don't name drop. I'm not gonna implicate anybody else. You're gonna come after somebody, go ahead and come after me. I can take it. Bring it on, fuckers. You know, blast me with whatever you can. I'll sit back and I'll enjoy it and I'll laugh. That's all you're gonna get out of me is laughter. Hell, when I was at Applebee's the other day, I was doing DoorDash, and the woman, I gave her my call name, you know, Extreme Atheist. She went and delivered the food. When she came back, she just looked at me and I said, "What?" She's like, "I think I've heard of you." And me being me, I was like, "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" She's like, "I don't remember, but I think some of the people that I correspond with on YouTube actually talk about you." Cool. You know, I don't care if you hate me or you love me. It's more views for me, more notoriety for me. I don't give a damn. You know, go ahead. Put my videos on every fucking channel. I don't care. You know, whether you hate my videos or you like my videos, at least you're paying attention. Because if my videos are pissing you off, it means you're listening. You know, if you have no reaction to these videos, it means you're not paying attention. I would prefer you to pay attention. Even if it pisses you off, at least you're paying attention. But, again, it's been 29 minutes. I'm probably going to get off here because I can barely stay awake. I still got to get in there and water my dogs, possibly take a shower, and I'm going to knock out. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. I'll make another video. You know, I got all week. My wife's working all week, so you'll see more of me. Either you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. Anyway, you guys have a good night.